If you're not clued in to just how completely corrupt police departments can be and how evil individual cops are, I urge you to take a look at the Knapp Commission from the 1970s and the Mullen Commission from the 1990s that investigated large-scale police criminality within the biggest police department in the world, the NYPD, because we are talking about the thin blue line code of silence. The active police criminality, the corruption, the incompetence, the narcissism, the self-proclaimed heroes, and the qualified immunity and stupidity. And of course, law enforcement criminality. As we take a look at this I-Team investigation of the Louisiana State Police, I want you to realize this is by no means an isolated incident and happens all the time.
FBI team now. It was filmed by a public camera. It's currently in possession of a public entity, but tonight, state police are refusing to release the video for you, the public, to see. It's one of their troopers who was disciplined for using excessive force.
Our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, reports on the video state police don't want you to see.
For 6 months, the WAFBI team has been engaging state police to release video of one of their troopers who was disciplined for using excessive force. That discipline was later reduced to a non-disciplinary letter of counseling when Colonel Robert Hodges took over as head of state police. Tonight, LSP is refusing to release the video that it decided at all, saying the public does not have a right to see it.
This is Trooper Matthew Clare, seen here at a State Police Commission hearing in April of 2023. His appearance comes after he was disciplined by then State Police Colonel Lamar Davis, suspended for 40 hours without pay after he hit a handcuffed man who we're told was charging after him in 2022 inside the Avoyelles Parish Detention Center. That man had just been arrested for DWI.
Like we saw in Nashville, WSMV launched an investigation and found that at least 609 people in the Nashville area had been convicted of DUI and they were stone cold sober, but the cops cuffed them and caged them anyway. So it's highly likely that this guy got arrested for having done nothing wrong, and then this cop right here beats him while he's in cuffs.
That man had just been arrested for DWI.
Trooper Clare did not turn on his body-worn camera when he was in the prison.
Clare appealed his discipline on a technicality, saying state police did not initiate the investigation within the proper time frame of 14 days.
But did you beat the guy? Okay, we're outside of our time limit, but did you beat the guy? Did you beat a handcuffed guy? And where is the prison security camera footage?
Let's assume it's undisputed that it was more than 14 days.
Right.
There's a long-standing rule in this commission that the fact, if we assume it to be a fact, that it was more than 14 days does not necessarily negate the discipline. We take it into consideration in evaluating that discipline, but it's not necessarily a negating factor for the discipline.
In January 2024, Colonel Robert Hodges took over as state police colonel. 2 months after taking over, the 40-hour suspension and discipline for Clare administered under former Colonel Lamar Davis was rescinded, reduced to a letter of counseling, which effectively is not considered discipline at all.
Can you imagine UPS drivers who are known for running over mailboxes, crashing into houses, running over and mauling pets, grabbing customers and throwing them to the ground? Can you imagine if the UPS executive said, yeah, we put him on an initial 40-hour suspension, but then we rescinded that and we gave him a letter of counseling, pat him on the back, and sent him back out on the road? Nobody in their right mind would accept that blatant disregard for justice demanded by the public.
In state police's view, that makes everything tied to this incident now off limits. At issue, state police admitted Trooper Clare was trained on a different technique, the one he says he used on the suspect in jail, and had not been retrained using current ones.
Wait, let me get this straight. Trained on a different how to beat a handcuffed man technique? How is there even training for that? Human decency dictates that you don't beat people with handcuffs on. You kind of got the advantage. And as for the man charging at the cop, hey, show the video evidence. Seems like if you're innocent, that'd be an easy thing to do. I mean, cops are very quick to give you the video footage if they did something right because they want praise. They want that pat on the back. But as soon as somebody in their department does something bad, you experience the thick, rebar-enforced thin blue wall of silence. And memory loss. Gee, I don't remember that footage. And if we have it, we probably lost it or the file's been corrupted or something.
Employment records obtained by the I-Team show Claire was first hired by state police in March of 2006 and earns $115,000 per year as a state police sergeant.
What the heck? This abuser earns $115,000 a year. If you divide that by 2080, which is 40 hours a week times 52 weeks, you get $55.28 an hour minus overtime. We're paying the most corrupt human beings in this country the highest possible wage. Make that make sense.
So how is a letter of counseling going to enforce the need to stop reacting under the old system and start acting under the new system?
Well, the counseling will also come with training opportunities for Trooper Claire to be able to get him in the mindset of using SSGC over his training that he's currently working off of.
Are those opportunities going to be mandatory?
I believe so. Yes, Your Honor.
You believe or we know?
Colonel Hodges is focused on training.
Translation, you say our gang member did something bad. We have the evidence to disclose whether he did or didn't, but we choose not to disclose it. So what we've opted to do is just to kind of rehabilitate him and give him some counseling classes and put him right back out there on the road. You know, because we care about the safety of the public and all. It's a racket, it's a big club, and you and I just aren't in it.
The chairman of the State Police Commission at the time, Eula Simeon, raised concerns about it, especially since an independent 5-person board reviewed what Claire did, with 2 of the 5 calling his actions excessive force.
So the use of force board, it was a 5-panel board. 3 of the panel members found that it was just justified use of force. 2 of them did not. Because of that split, then went on to the colonel for review.
And when Colonel Lamar Davis viewed the case, he decided to discipline the trooper. In April, the WAFBI team submitted a public records request for the video of that encounter filmed from the jail.
In other words, no cuffs, no cage. He will receive counseling, though.
State police initially acted like they didn't know what we were talking about and needed more information. Then in May, the department said there are no responsive records. We also requested Trooper Claire's disciplinary jacket and files of disciplinary matters or anything from another agency. No records were produced. In June, the I-Team requested the video from the Avoyelles Parish Sheriff's Office. The agency told us in this email it made a copy of the video for state police when the incident occurred, but they have since deleted the original.
Now, if you or I hid or destroyed evidence, the court would operate under the assumption that that evidence was incriminating. So why don't they operate the same way when cops do that? Could it be because they're aligned against the people and they're not for the people?
In addition to requesting the documents electronically, we also had in-person meetings with top state police leaders, asking them to show us the video and telling them a story like this one was coming. Those meetings did not change their position. In August, our legal team sent state police a letter demanding they preserve all videos tied to this incident with Matthew Claire. They informed state police Trooper Claire or anyone else cannot claim a privacy interest to deny public records requests. But state police ultimately denied the request, saying the trooper's privacy basically supersedes the public's right to see the video.
What the trooper's privacy in a public matter as he's acting like a public servant in a public building, and the public who pays his salary doesn't have the right to see the footage that potentially shows his abuse of power and his lack of humanity toward another human being? If that's not corruption, willful corruption, hiding and destroying evidence, I don't know what is.
Sources who watched the video told the I-Team the video is not a good look for state police.
What?
We did reach out to Eula Simeon.
Not a good look. There's the not a good look category, and then there's the, oh, this is total criminality, somebody needs to be locked up look. It sounds like the cop is guilty of criminality. It sounds like the cop should be placed in jail. It sounds like the cop should be fired, his assets liquidated, and given to his victim. But do you think that's going to happen? And how many times do you think this happens all across the country every single day, and none of us have ever and will never hear about it?
No longer a commissioner to comment on the story. He declined. State police confirmed they do have a copy of the video, but as recently as last week, once again denied our public records request to produce it. For the WAFB team, I'm Chris Nakamoto.
These cops who are constantly claiming that you and I are obstructing justice are masters at justice obstruction. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you like these videos and you want to support the channel, grab a shirt, become a channel member, like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon. That way you'll be alerted anytime I upload new videos. Remember, the price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance, and indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Stop securing your own oppression and start today. I will see you in the next video.